What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn states that the Anthony Joshua and Ruiz rematch may not take place in UK after all, according to promoter Eddie Hearn. He states that we will let him know, which is Ruiz Jr., where the venue is. He will accept, and he knows what he signed up to do. He got the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua, and he will return the favor. It might not be in the UK. Might have some interesting news for you next week. We'll see. Look, at this point, I think this is Eddie toying with Ruiz, or basically playing with the idea or playing with the power that they have to show that, hey, we have the power. That's what this is about. This is a power trip. Now it's, hey, it don't have to be in the UK after all. The point of the matter is, what Eddie Hearn is doing is he's toying with him because he's letting Ruiz know where it's going to be. It doesn't even have to be in the UK if you thought that it could only be in the UK. It can be where we say it's going to be. If you read between the lines, that's all Eddie Hearn said, and he said it. He explained why. He got the opportunity to fight Joshua, and it doesn't even have to be in the UK. But the most important part is it's in the UK, or it's wherever we want it to be, because we want it to be there. Okay, we call those shots. And that's what he said. He said he will accept, and he knows what he signed up to do. And it's funny how certain things are kind of, they're more or less between the lines at first. Eddie was like, now it's more blatant, He was beating around the bush before, but now he's real blatant about what's up. Maybe all the other stuff that's happening, and it's really just time. It's time to start playing hardball. To show, hey, this is what it is. It's time to show you what power that we possess due to a contractual agreement. And what Eddie's saying, which at this point, I think Eddie will lean more towards the UK. I think this here is just to show Ruiz where he stands, okay, in all this. He's just going to wait until it gets finalized. They can stall, they can procrastinate, but eventually Andy Ruiz will have to sign the contract to wherever it's going to be. Now, to merge this into new news, Ruiz said, well, we haven't signed anything yet. Team Ruiz said, well, we haven't signed anything. They caught up with Ruiz. I think he was at like a baseball game or something like that, and he's enjoying his life, as the new unified champ, which is great. And he had that to say. He said that, we haven't signed anything yet. We haven't agreed to anything yet. But according to what Eddie Hearn is saying, that whatever and whenever, or should I say, wherever we decide to have that fight, that's where it's going to be. And it does not have to be in the UK. Why? Because we haven't made that decision. That's pretty much it. Now, what led me to believe this is just a power move is because Eddie Hearn is a good talker. He talks a lot. And normally, if he's talking about a particular venue, if he had a particular venue in mind that wasn't in the UK, he would have mentioned it. Because remember, he mentioned Cardiff, he mentioned Nigeria, he mentioned those particular venues because those are the venues he had in mind. Now, he didn't say any of these, so he didn't have anything in mind. This was solely to tell Team Ruiz, hey, this is where we stand versus this is where you stand. Right? And where you stand is where we tell you to stand. That's pretty much it, because I don't think this was about venues. I think that was just a way to let Ruiz know we call the shots. Simple as that, But wherever it's at, you guys know how I feel about it. I don't care where it's at. As long as it happens, as long as there's no BS or no procrastination, as long as it happens at the end of this year, as followed by the plans of this rematch, I couldn't care less where it's at. Mexico, Nigeria, UK, New York, I don't care anymore. You know, as long as the fight happens. So that's that. That's my counterpunch on that. So I think Team Ruiz has to just, get everything together, accept what they're being offered, because what's being offered is what was offered previous. Okay. So, there's something that he knows what he has to do. So I think he just has to get prepared for that. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this article. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.